Good morning, everyone. This is Dave Whalen with American Independent Marketing. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Going to walk through a few of the offerings we have in the area of critical illness. But before I get into the actual products, just wanted to give you a little bit of background. This is basically gap insurance. And now that we've been through the first open enrollment with Obamacare, I think there's a definite need for this type of coverage to augment what they already have on their individual health. To help cover things like co-pays and deductibles, along with the added expenses that go along that are not covered by health insurance associated with being diagnosed with a critical illness. We've all seen statistics about the costs that are not covered by health insurance and how many bankruptcies that causes on an annual basis with people that actually have health insurance declaring bankruptcy over medical unpaid bills that are associated with the non-medical part of being treated for a critical illness. Things like travel if you wanted to go to a specialty center like MD Anderson for cancer treatment, the hotel, the meals, all the other associated costs that are not covered by your regular health insurance. It's also important to understand that the whole concept behind critical illness type insurance was not invented by an insurance company, but more so by a physician. Actually, there are two brothers in South Africa who successfully performed their first open heart transplant. And this is back in the 80s, miracle breakthrough. But then they were experiencing that their patients, although they survived the procedure, were being crushed financially as far as paying the bills. So they actually approached the insurance companies about this whole idea about why don't we build a product that can help people out financially. Because of the modern medicine and how it's exponentially overcoming things that would kill you earlier, people are surviving, but they're not surviving financially. So we have a number of different options available to you, but it's a very simple conversation to start with your clients just by merely asking them, who do you know that has had a cancer, heart attack, or stroke? And the next question is, how did that impact them financially? And then the third would be, if they had a little bit of extra money, do you think that would have removed some of the financial stress that goes away with facing such a devastating diagnosis? So it's a casual conversation that's very easy for you to have with new people, and also going back and mining your own client base to open this discussion. It can be a standalone sale. First time ever to a new client, but again, it does add value to your own book of business and peace of mind that you're basically offering coverage that could financially severely reduce the burden that goes along with being diagnosed. So we do have a lot of different offerings, and more keep showing up almost every day. With Medico Insurance Company, we have a very simple issue first diagnosis. Cover with an issue age of 18 to 79. It is a quick accept, reject off yes, no on the application with a brief phone interview and a pharmacy check. The rates are unisex and the amounts anywhere from 10 to 25,000. So it's not a huge policy, but it's something is better than having nothing. And you'll hear a term called waiting period. If you're used to selling long-term care, they have what they call elimination periods. This is a different animal. Basically what it means is when a critical illness offering has a wait period, that just means that you can't claim within the first 30 or 60 days of owning the policy. And with Medico, it's guaranteed renewable for life, so the benefits do not reduce at any certain age down the road. We have a couple of different offerings from Assurity Life. They offer a simplified issue product that goes up to $50,000 face amount. Up to age 64, and it's guaranteed renewable, and the benefits go away at age 75. There's no wait period, but there's a reduced cancer benefit if they claim it for a cancer within the first 3 months of owning a policy. Again, real simple, accept, reject on the app with an MIB report. If you want to go a little bit richer, Assurity also has a policy that's fully underwritten that goes up to $500,000 in $1,000 increments, guaranteed renewable for life, so the benefits stay with you forever. It is fully underwritten, and the pay, depending upon the amount you're applying for, will predicate the amount of underwriting they do, up to and including EKGs, pyramid, the whole meal deal. And what you'll find when working with products like this, and there's a similar product available with American General, if you start pushing the upper end of the simplified issue, it's actually less premium to look at the bottom end of the fully underwritten, especially if the person or the people you're talking with are pretty healthy and can get through the underwriting process. Just a little helpful hint there. American General is another one of our carriers, again, that has an offering anywhere from $10,000 to $500,000. They offer simplified issue up to $100,000, and then it's fully underwritten above that age. Guarantee renewable to age 70, so the benefits go away except for one. They have a unique benefit called the loss of independent living benefit. Basically, it's an ADL. So if you are deemed to have permanent loss of 2 out of 6 ADLs at any age, you'll trigger the benefits of this policy as well. Again, the same rule of thumb. If you have a client looking to buy a $100,000 policy and they're healthy, it's best to move them off to a $101,000 policy because it will be significantly less on the premium because they are fully underwritten. No guarantees that all of these products are available in all states, so keep that in mind. So when you are talking CI, give us a call and we can verify what you have available in your state to offer. As an example, in New York, we only have the Mutual of Omaha critical illness product approved in that state, and we're fairly limited in California, although the Assurity and the American General are both in California. Some of the others are not. So don't assume all products are available in your state. We have a couple of different offerings from Guaranteed Trust Life. Most of you have been exposed through webinars and training from us to their product called Critical Care. It's a potential landing spot for people who will not qualify for traditional long-term care because it has a long-term care feel to it with the maximum lifetime benefit and the ability to claim more than once into the policy, with benefits paid out monthly and with an accelerated monthly payment if that diagnosis confines you to a long-term care facility such as assisted living and or nursing home. But they also have a standalone lump sum cancer, heart attack, stroke too. So keep that in mind as well. And on top of that, they have a small term policy that offers a CI rider with it as well. But the critical care product itself is fairly unique from the standpoint that it does go up to issue ages of 84. The benefits never go away. They are a lifetime. It's guaranteed renewable as long as premiums are paid. Their underwriting is fairly straightforward. It's a yes, no, reject app. They also have a nice little e-app on their website that does expedite the whole process. Average underwriting time turnaround is about 3 to 4 days, and we're experiencing a 90% or better issue rate, which is kind of a pleasant surprise for those of you who have been dabbling in the long-term care market for any period of time. So robust benefits, minimum of 500, max of 3,000 per month, and that 3,000 would double to 6,000 a month if you are confined to a nursing home. Again, you can claim multiple times into the policy. There are 12 covered conditions as long as there's a 1-year gap between claims. One of the examples we've used during seminars and webinars in the past is when Dick Cheney was in office. He had 5 heart attacks. All but one of those heart attacks would have been covered under this policy. So 2 of the heart attacks he had were less than a year apart. And then Mutual does offer a lump sum critical illness product as well. Again, the underwriting is going to vary based upon the face amount. I believe once you get north of 50,000, it becomes a little more stringent. Below that amount, it is an accept reject off the application. And then Mutual of Omaha just introduced a brand new cancer, heart attack, and stroke policy this summer in August. A couple of unique features of that policy is that the issue ages are clear up to age 99, down to age 18. They offer term benefits. You can buy a 10-year policy, 15, 20 years if you want to match it up against, say, having kids still at home or up against a mortgage, as an example, to have additional funds available in case something were to happen to you. You could look at the term limits of the 10 through 30 years, or you can buy lifetime or unlimited benefits where the benefits never go away. It is not a combination of cancer, heart attack, and stroke all in one policy. You either buy a cancer policy and add the heart attack stroke rider, or you buy the heart attack and stroke and add the cancer as a rider. And here's an example of how that could work in your favor. Say you have a lot of cancer in your family, a lot of history of cancer in your family. So your bigger concern is about getting cancer yourself. So you buy the heart attack and stroke policy, and then you add the cancer as a rider, so that if you do end up being diagnosed with the cancer, that rider will pay out, still leaving you the core policy of the heart attack and stroke, so you could claim twice into the same policy. If you had done the reverse of that and had a cancer policy with a heart attack and stroke rider, and you claimed against cancer, the policy's done. So there are ways in which you can play with them, how you build a policy with that. Rates are pretty reasonable, very similar, in fact, to GTL's cancer, heart attack, and stroke. But again, theirs is a one-and-done type product on the CHS with Guaranteed Trust Life. And then if you ever do get involved in the large group market, Transamerica has a true group guarantee issue offering. The product offering varies a lot state by state, so we'll handle those with you on a case-by-case basis. But this is out there. They have a track record with many employers offering this coverage to their employees, so we do have a solution for you if you're involved in that market as well. So the bottom line is basically we've got it. There's more coming all the time. There are a lot of life products coming out that have chronic illness riders that we have available to you as well. The market is definitely going this way. The CI sales year over year continue to go up at an exponential rate. It is gaining a lot of traction in the U.S., where it's been quite established in countries where they have social health, like Canada and the UK. Actually, the banks up in Canada sell the majority of the critical illness sold in Canada as mortgage protection. And the people in Canada who purchase it, normally if they get diagnosed with the cancer, for example, they're put in a queue to see a specialist, and rather than being stuck in the queue, they'll take the money from their CI policy and come down to the States for treatment and pay it off in cash and then head back up north. So again, you have a lot of flexibility as far as the different carriers, the plan designs, what's right for your individual scenarios. We can help you with that process by narrowing down A, what's available in your state, and B, what might make the most amount of sense as far as the number of covered conditions, the actual premium, what you're looking for a face amount, how do you want the policy to work. But more importantly, you have to understand what the policies do. It's not so much about what you're selling a person as far as the piece of paper. It's more about what it will accomplish to solve a definite need that is out there. There are thousands of statistics as far as the odds of being a male having cancer, or a female having cancer, or a heart attack, or a stroke, any of the major conditions. There are statistics, scary statistics, that we kind of stay away from because there's no reason to have a scare tactic. It's just the simple questions of who do you know, how did it impact them, and do you think a little bit of extra money would have taken some of that stress out of the environment. So we're not going to take a lot of your time today. I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of what's happening out there, what we've got available here for your use, and we're always available to help you out as far as building illustrations, helping design a program that will make sense for your clients. Okay. And what I'm doing now, if you have me on a speakerphone, if you could please mute me by hitting *6. I'm going to go through and unmute everybody and allow people to pose any questions they may have. But again, if you have me on a speakerphone, please either mute your phone or dial *6. Okay, I have unmuted everybody. Does anybody have any questions of me or anything about the different policies I walked through rather quickly this morning?
Hey, this is Dennis in Boise. Good morning.
Good morning.
What we just went through, is this all on a page in your website, or
Critical illness is addressed on the website, theyam.com.
I stay out of issue dates and of issue ages and simplified underwriting.
We have some material up there. If you want, just give us a call. We can send you the actual producer guides for each of them as the interest comes up. That will have the down into the minutia as far as the cover conditions, the minimum and max issue age. Do benefits go on forever? Do they cut off at a certain age? Like, for example, with mutual, the benefits cut in half at age 65. You know, we're pretty much in tune with all the different features up here. I kind of lead the critical illness bus here at AIM, so you can feel free to contact me at any point in time. I'd be happy to get material to you and or spend time with you on the phone.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, I did promise not to keep you very long today, so we kind of banged through that in about 20 minutes. I do appreciate everybody taking the time to join me today.
Yeah, sure. Yesterday.
If you have any additional questions, feel free to give me a call up here at AIM at 800-672-7202 after the webinar, and we can chat some more. But otherwise, everybody have a great day and have a great weekend.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You bet.